going on, guys? John here from John's Fishing Channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're fishing rubber worms and rubber frogs on a small lake in northern Wisconsin. It's covered in lily pads. This whole bay, everything that you see is covered all in lily pads. There's a lily pad line around the entire lake, probably of 20, 40, 60 feet out from shore. So we're going to be fishing along the lily pads today and just dropping our worms right at the edge of the weeds and just fishing around, all the way around the lake, all the way around the shore and the lily pads. And hopefully we catch a lot of fish. Today we'll be fishing the wacky worm style again, where we hook the worm through the middle of the worm and it just kind of bounces around like that. We're using a large weighted jig. Again, we're up in an area in northern Wisconsin fishing wilderness lakes where the fish are not really that hook shy. Right here there's a rocky bar, or rocky underground rock shelf bar, whatever you want to call it. And it kind of extrudes maybe about 100-150 feet out from the point of the lake, and it's usually a great spot to catch some bass. I think I'm stuck on a rock. It wasn't moving though. Tim's got the first fish over there. It's a monster. Biggest fish of the trip so far on this lake. Okay, so it turns out that I do have a fish. I think he got stuck in some weeds or on a rock or something. But I was gonna say, it felt like a fish. Not very big. We just realized that if we do catch a big fish, we don't have the net with us, so we'll be doing it tournament style today. Nets are illegal in most tournaments, so you gotta get the fish with your bare hands like a real man. Will you throw me a bag of rubber worms, please? Brother's got a fish on. See if he can throw me the rubber worms and fish at the same time. Not a multitasker, this one.
Which one of worms do you want?
Don't care. That's not a bad fish. Thank you. Fish on, Kenobi. He let go. Caught him right by those weeds though, where he should have been. Got some lily pads followed up by some tall grass in about 2-3 feet of water. Should be pretty productive. See if I can get another one out there. Alright, got a fish on. Got him right on some lily pads. Got a bad fish. My oh, chicken. Fishing in about, I don't know, 5 to 8 feet of water probably, and we're fishing just right around the lily pads on the deeper side, and just wacky worming it away out there, wiggling it, jiggling it, pulling it in just a little bit, waiting for the fish to pick it up, then setting the hook. Alright, another fish. It's a monster. Not really. See you later, buddy. We've got another fish. So far we haven't really found the size yet, but we're finding them. We got weeds in front of us. Alright, so we came down to this end of the lake because it has a log that sticks out of the water here. And I picked a fish up off of it. Not too big, not too small. He had a little bit of weeds on there. Made him seem a little bigger than he was. I forgot that I changed my lure. I was like, oh geez, how'd I get that? Not a bad fish. Alright, so now we're fishing just kind of a little grassy island out in the middle of the lake here. It's about 3 feet deep, nice sandy bottom, kind of some weeds. But a lot of just tall grass that we've been catching fish in all week. There's a bite. He's back. See if I can reel down on him and set the hook. Bam! Got him. Not very big fish. But they're just kind of sitting right up in this tall grass stuff. The other side of this island has a real nice drop off. And I expect we'll probably catch a lot of fish on. Oh. Just had a nice solid bite right here in this grass. Probably about 70, 72 degrees out, maybe. It was about 70 when we came out. The temperature may have dropped a little bit. But the fish seem to be like they're biting. Hopefully we can find some big ones. Conquest of every fisherman, to catch bigger fish. Alright, so we're fishing on some weeds and some rocks. That wasn't a very big fish, but nonetheless there was a fish out there. And working our way, there's a rock pile that runs all the way from the island. We were just fishing down to the shoreline on this lake. Alright, so I hooked another fish.
Right in the water.
Huh. That little SOB decided to let himself off. But I guess it's another. It counts. I count it if you get it up to the boat. You know, at least we got to see it on camera. See if we can get one out of the water here. Brother just caught one. I've got one on. Oh. Oh, he's back. I don't think it was the same one. The first one seemed pretty big, but this one seems nice. They got a lot of kick in them, I'll give you that. Keep out from underneath the boat. A little nicer. Still looking for something a little bit bigger. Oh, I still got my worm. Hold another one off the back side of this island. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, tournament style. We ain't got no nets. They're getting bigger and bigger. You know what that means. It is very good for business. The way we're fishing these, we're kind of bumping these worms on the bottom, making them like jiggle and wiggle. And then when you feel a fish pick it up, they'll kind of pick it up and you'll feel a little tension. Well, you reel down, there's a loon nest back there. I don't think there's a loon on it. You reel down and then you set the hook real hard. There's a abandoned loon's nest back there. I don't know why they abandoned it, but it's kind of a bummer. Maybe their egg cracked or an eagle ate the baby. You never know. I've got a fish on right now. Stick them real good. Oh, that was a nice one. Ironically, this is the same lake I was fishing last year. We should throw one back in there on the other side of the weeds. Where I dropped my camera in the lake when I was making a fishing video. So I lost about 7 videos that I'd filmed that were on the memory card. Pretty disappointing. Fish on board. Oh, I missed one. Nice. That guy was just sitting on this side of the weeds. Whoa!
They're getting bigger.
Bigger and bigger. Alright, so I threw on a topwater rubber frog. And I hooked a fish. Got him good. So easy for them to throw these lures though. But not a bad little fish to catch in the weeds. And the way these work is there's a hook and these are supposed to imitate the legs in the water. And then this rubber frog body pulls over part of the hook and it sits like that, and that protects it from the weeds. Alright, well, pulled the fish off of the weed line. There's also a deer on the shore up here. Probably won't be able to see it on the GoPro camera. Oh, I think he's actually already gone. But it was pretty cool. He's getting a drink of water up there on the shoreline. Pulling in the big ones. Another cast, another fish. The red worms seem to be working well on this lake as well, but nothing too big yet. I'm switching between a rubber worm and this topwater frog, and there's about, I don't know, 200 feet of lily pads in front of me in the shore. I'm just kind of working the outer edge of that right now, nice and slow with the frog. Alright, so we kind of came to an open pocket on the inside of the weeds here. I just missed a fish. I'm pretty close to shore. It's hard to land fish when you hook them in here though, because they like to just go swim down to the bottom of the weeds. I probably should squish this out and fix it. Alright, there's a bass back in there. I seen him. Oh, just missed one. He came back. I'm hearing all sorts of things moving and jumping and biting. This is where these rubber frogs really come in handy, is thick lily pads. They're about the only thing that you can really fish in lily pads like this. Whoa, that was awesome. That fish chased it out of the weeds into the open water and took a snap at it. There's one. Now if I can keep him up, keep his head up above the weeds, and really stick him with this lure, then I have a good chance of getting him out of there. It's a nice fish. Biggest fish of the night, I think. Close to a tie, maybe. Could have oared up. This is just prime time for these lures too. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than this type of lily pad and this lure. Especially when you get the big fish to start biting. You get some musky strikes back in here. It's really just, it's quality entertainment. So we were trolling and I hooked a big one. Big old set of weeds. So many weeds. Got a nice decent fish there.
That shit, hand me the pliers.
Whoosh! Pliers behind you, a-hole. Holy crap, I got on a nice fish too.
Nice. Keep 'em out of that.
That's not that nice.
Better.
Medium. Small medium. Pulled up to another weed line. Tom's got a fish. Lost his worm. Whoa. But we're probably throwing it into about, I don't know, 5-6 feet of water, letting it sink down to the bottom. A lot of times those bass are coming right out of the weeds and picking up the bait. Aw, too bad you didn't get that one in the bow. That was almost 5 inches. Just hooked a fish on the end of the weeds here. Not a bad catch. Wacky worm can't be resisted by wacky bass. Triple backflip. And another one right on the end of the weeds here. Got some tall, kind of up and down vertical weeds sticking out of the water right there. Nice little patch. That's a good spot for bass to hang out. But it doesn't seem like there's any big ones over here. Lots of competition though, because I just got another one. Oh, he let go. Probably a school half-pounder down there. It's getting real nice out though. Clouds are blowing over. Sun's coming out, wind stopping. Oh, you found money? Cause I thought I was gonna get one. A couple lily pads off the front of the boat right there, and drag the worm through. Wiggle it, give it a little bit of that wackiness, and wait for the bass to bite. Got some sunfish down there, something biting on the worm and dragging it around circles and then letting go. But some of these things don't want to let go, they're kind of funny. Alright, I just got a nice one right off the weed line here. Caught some big fish in this bay before. This one wants to stay down, it's usually a good sign. It's not very big. Well, big, medium. Second cast, second fish. A little bit nicer. That's a nice one. You look good hanging on the wall. JK. JK. I know, mean joke. Just throw a rubber frog back in there. Bam! 3 casts, 3 fish. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, this one's had some mouth damage. Look at that. Someone tried to eat the mouth on this. I don't know, we just found a nice little pocket of bass. Not a bad fish. Oh man, come here. Come here, buddy. Oh yeah, you're getting picture time.
Fish.
Yeah, look at that. Take a picture of it for me?
Yeah.
Goodbye, fish. Fish on. He's got a little fight to him too. Always good. Not bad. He was right down there on the bottom waiting for me to come and catch him. Nice guy, that fish. Tom just got one on a surface frog. Yeah, you just like to sit on the bottom, just twitch it a little bit, they'll come right along and get it. I got hit on the way up, it went sideways. And, you know, the fish really seem to be just kind of sitting on the weed lines today. I don't know if these are sunfish holding on to my lure there or what, but something's grabbing onto it and biting onto it. But we're kind of getting to the end of the trip here. We're going to fish just a little bit more in the weeds, probably wrap things up. But we got a lot of fish today. It was really exciting. A couple nice ones. But it's always nice to get out and fish in, you know, a different lake and try something different. It's got to be sunfish in here, I don't know. So, I don't know if I still have this fish on or not, but I casted way into the weeds and I hooked something. I got a bite on my rubber frog and I may have stuck him, I may have not, I'm not sure, but hopefully we can get over there to find out. Sometimes they'll just be wrapped around the weeds still hooked, and it's kind of funny. Looks like I might still have them. No, I don't think so. Maybe not.
No, he left me hanging. He was back in this stuff.
Alright, well, thanks for watching this week's episode of John's Fishing Channel. Fishing some rubber worms on some lily pad weed lines today. A little bit of topwater action, but not too much. It was a great day of fishing. Really enjoyed being out here with my brother. The mosquitoes are terrible. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, favorite this video, and we'll see you next time.